Pavlo was a man who lived for laughter. He loved a good joke. He loved to share a good joke. One day he heard a joke on the radio about using sandpaper to groom a cat. The image of a cat with sandpaper was ridiculous. It made him laugh out loud. He knew he had to share this joke with someone. Pavlo thought about his cat, Marquise. Marquise was always meticulously grooming himself. Pavlo chuckled to himself. He pictured Marquise with a piece of sandpaper. He knew he would never actually use sandpaper on his beloved cat, but the thought was just too funny. Marquis was a creature of habit. He was a beautiful Russian blue with sleek silver-tipped fur. He took great pride in his appearance. Every day Marquis would spend hours meticulously grooming himself. He would lick and groom every inch of his fur. He had a system, a routine that he followed religiously. Pavlo found Marquis's grooming habits both fascinating and amusing. He would often watch in awe as Marquis contorted his body into yoga-like positions, all this just to reach a particular spot with his tongue. Marquis clearly took his grooming very seriously. It was a source of great pride for him, and Pavlo suspected a source of great satisfaction. The sandpaper joke lingered in Pavlo's mind. It was one of those silly ideas that just wouldn't go away no matter how much he tried to dismiss it. He knew it was ridiculous. The very thought of using sandpaper on his beloved cat Marquise was absurd. He would never actually use sandpaper on Marquise, that would be cruel and unthinkable. But the image was so vivid, so absurd, that he couldn't resist a little harmless experiment. What if he used the finest, smoothest sandpaper he could find? He found himself standing in his workshop, surrounded by tools and materials. He was holding a piece of the finest sandpaper he could find. It was almost silky to the touch. It was more like a smooth piece of paper than the rough, gritty sandpaper he usually used. With a mischievous grin, Pavlo approached Marquise, who was blissfully unaware of the impending experiment. Marquise was lounging on the sofa in a patch of sunlight, looking like the epitome of feline contentment. He looked so peaceful, so utterly unaware of Pavlo's intentions. His eyes were half closed and he was purring softly. Pavlo gently stroked Marquise's back with the sandpaper. He was careful to be as gentle as possible. He did it just once, a quick, feather-light touch. Marquise twitched his ear but didn't seem to mind. He continued to bask in the sun as if nothing had happened. Pavlo chuckled to himself, relieved that his little experiment hadn't disturbed Marquise's peace. The next day, Pavlo noticed something different about Marquis. His usually immaculate fur was different. It was slightly ruffled, less perfectly smooth than usual. Marquis seemed to be aware of the change too. He was grooming himself more frantically than ever. He was twisting and contorting his body in ways that Pavlo had never seen before. Pavlo watched in amusement as Marquis relentlessly licked and groomed the spot where the sandpaper had touched his fur. It was as if the sandpaper had disrupted some invisible force field surrounding Marquis's fur. Now, his usually effortless grooming routine had become a high-stakes battle against an unseen enemy. Section 5 Operation Feline Restoration, a comedy of errors. Days turned into a week, and Marquis's grooming frenzy continued. Pavlo felt a pang of guilt. His harmless little joke had backfired in the most unexpected way. He was determined to restore Marquis to his former glory. He embarked on a mission to help his feline friend. His mission: Operation Feline Restoration. Pavlo tried everything he could think of. He bought special grooming gloves. He tried using a damp cloth to smooth Marquis's fur. He even resorted to singing soothing lullabies. Nothing seemed to work. Marquis remained fixated on the spot where the sandpaper had touched him. He continued his frantic grooming rituals. Section 6. A spark of passion, from joke to genuine interest. As Pavlo observed Marquis's obsessive grooming, something changed within him. The humor of the situation remained, but it was now tinged with a newfound respect for the intricacies of feline grooming. He began to research different grooming techniques. He learned about the importance of brushing, bathing, and even the role of diet in a cat's coat health. What started as a joke had sparked a genuine interest in Pavlo. He found himself spending hours watching online tutorials. He read articles about professional pet grooming. He even visited a few local groomers to observe their techniques. He was fascinated by the skill and care that went into making animals look and feel their best. Section 7. The birth of Positively Perfect, a friend's support. One evening, Pavlo was sharing his newfound knowledge with his friend Andriy. They had always been close, but this conversation felt different. Pavlo was brimming with excitement as he described his latest idea. He was describing his vision of a pet grooming salon that went beyond the ordinary. It wasn't just about grooming pets, it was about creating an experience, a place where pets and their owners felt truly cared for. Andriy, an entrepreneur himself, was immediately captivated by Pavlo's enthusiasm. He could see the potential in Pavlo's idea, and more importantly, he could see how much it meant to him. He saw a spark in his friend's eyes that he hadn't seen before. It was a spark of passion, of determination, and of a dream waiting to be realized. "Pavlo," Andriy said, "you're onto something special here. This isn't just a fleeting idea, it's a vision that could really make a difference. You have a real passion for this. Let's do it. Let's take this dream and turn it into reality. Let's open a pet grooming salon together." Andriy's words were like a jolt of electricity, igniting a fire within Pavlo. Andriy's words were like a jolt of electricity. Pavlo had been so caught up in his own world of research and experimentation that he hadn't considered actually turning his passion into a business. Pavlo had been so caught up in his own world of research and experimentation that he hadn't considered actually turning his passion into a business. But now, with Andriy's support, the idea began to take shape in his mind. But with Andriy's support and encouragement, the idea began to take shape. They spent hours brainstorming, planning, and dreaming together. It was the beginning of something truly special. They sketched out ideas, wrote down plans, and mapped out their vision for the future. It was a journey they were excited to embark on together. With each step, their excitement grew. They celebrated small victories and supported each other through challenges. It was the start of a beautiful partnership. Together, they looked at potential locations, envisioned their future success, and shared hopeful glances. The dream was no longer just Pavlo's, it was theirs. Section 8. Grand Opening and Beyond. A community embraces Pavlo's vision. The grand opening of Positively Perfect was a resounding success. The event was filled with excitement and joy as pet owners from all over the community gathered to witness the beginning of something special. Word had spread throughout the community about Pavlo's unique approach to pet grooming. His innovative techniques and compassionate care quickly became the talk of the town. His genuine love for animals was evident in everything he did. Pavlo's gentle touch and understanding of each pet's needs made him a favorite among pet owners. Pet owners were lining up to have their furry companions pampered by Pavlo. The anticipation and excitement were palpable as people eagerly awaited their turn. Pavlo's salon was more than just a place to get your pet groomed. It was a sanctuary where pets could feel safe and loved, and where their owners could trust that their beloved animals were in good hands. It was a haven for animals and their owners. A place where they could relax and socialize, sharing stories and tips about pet care. A place where they could relax and socialize. The atmosphere was always warm and welcoming, making it a favorite spot for both pets and their owners. Pavlo's infectious laughter filled the air. His joy and passion for his work were evident in every interaction, creating a positive and uplifting environment. He treated every animal as if it were his own. His dedication to providing the best care possible was unmatched, and it showed in the way the pets responded to him. He took the time to listen to the owner's concerns and preferences. Pavlo understood that each pet was unique, and he tailored his services to meet their individual needs. He went above and beyond to ensure that every pet left feeling happy, healthy, and loved. The smiles on the faces of the pet owners and the wagging tails of the pets were a testament to his hard work and dedication. Section 9. Giving back positive impact on shelter animals. As Positively Perfect flourished, Pavlo never forgot the importance of giving back to his community. He started offering pro bono grooming services to local animal shelters. He knew that many shelter animals had been through difficult times. He wanted to do his part to help them look and feel their best. This would increase their chances of finding their forever homes. Pavlo's compassion and expertise made a world of difference for these animals. A good grooming session not only improved their physical appearance but also boosted their morale. Pavlo's gentle touch and soothing voice helped to calm their anxieties. He reminded them that they were worthy of love and care. Section 10. From Sandpaper to Satisfaction, a journey of laughter and love. Looking back on his journey, Pavlo couldn't help but chuckle at how it all began. A silly joke about sandpaper and a cat had led him down an unexpected path. It was a path filled with laughter, love, and a deep sense of fulfillment. He had found his calling in the most unexpected of places. The sandpaper incident with Marquise had taught him a valuable lesson. Sometimes the most absurd situations can lead to the most profound discoveries. It had opened his eyes to the world of pet grooming. It had ignited a passion within him that he never knew existed. Section 11. The Power of Humor and Heart. Pavlo's Legacy. Pavlo's story is a testament to the power of humor and heart. What started as a lighthearted joke transformed into a successful business. It became a source of joy for countless animals and their owners. Pavlo's journey teaches us that sometimes the greatest opportunities come from the most unexpected places. By embracing his playful nature and following his newfound passion, Pavlo created something truly special. He built a legacy of compassion, community, and the transformative power of a good belly rub. And it all started with a sandpaper joke.